We learned just a couple of hours ago that the two bodies recovered in Oklahoma over the weekend were, in fact, those of missing Kansas moms, Veronica Butler and Jilian Kelley. Allegedly, they were murdered after a car trip to pick up Veronica's children from their paternal grandmother in Oklahoma. Now, the paternal grandmother and her boyfriend and another couple were all arrested. The question becomes why? Well, how could a custody battle turn deadly? Joining us exclusively is Oklahoma attorney Garrett Oates, who had recently been taken on to represent Veronica Butler in the custody battle. Now, in court documents, we learned that Veronica had accused Tifany Adams, this grandmother, of essentially kidnapping her kids. A lot of you keep asking me, what is this habeas corpus? That is Latin. You have the body. It is a federal demand to produce somebody, in this case, the children. Counsel, thank you very much for joining us.
Thanks, Chris. I'm glad to be here with you, but I'm also deeply saddened, and no one, especially in this position, this is not where I want to be for sure. So, but thank you for having me.
Understood. And I know how rare this is, a situation where you lose a client, let alone under these circumstances. But how have you been able to make sense of the motivation, even if it's madness in this? Do you think it was about this group, the misfits, or do you think this is about a grandmother with no more sense of morality who was willing to kill to keep the kids?
You know, Chris, I can't speculate about the group. I was unaware of anything to do with this sovereign citizen group that you guys have been reporting on prior to law enforcement talking about that. Certainly, there's been some information about them in the probable cause affidavits that have been released. But beyond that, I had absolutely no knowledge, had never heard of the group before law enforcement releasing that information. So to say that, you know, I have any information as to whether or not that group was the motivation, I don't know that. What I do know is that Veronica was a lovely lady. She was what you want in a client. Absolutely. She was organized, diligent. She made my job a heck of a lot easier. She brought me 4 expanda files of information the first time I met her. That was all stickied and tallied, ready to go for me. She was extremely respectful. Just like I say, everything you want in a client and a person. She absolutely loved her children, and that was the goal, was absolutely to get her more time and then to be on the path to regain custody. That was our plan for sure.
Did Veronica have any kind of sense of what she was up against in this dispute?
Again, with regards to the group, I can't speculate as to that. And so, and Veronica had never mentioned the group to me either. So I'm at least of the belief
just the
that
grandmother.
Just the grandmother. Certainly, when Veronica first met with me, there was the normal custody battle type information being exchanged where both parties, or from Veronica's perspective, right? I mean, both parties are really warring with each other, especially in a custody battle that had been going on for years, right? But beyond that, what really struck me was the information that you guys had reported on. Tifany Adams' own son, Wrangler Rickman, had put some posts on social media about threats that his own mother had made against him. That was what really raised my eyebrows, firstly, in speaking with Veronica, and what I thought kind of made this a little bit different than a normal custody case. And certainly, like I say, raised my eyebrows, gave me some pretty serious cause for concern. But I think Veronica knew that obviously it was a very extremely serious situation, but to know that somebody is capable of doing something and then that they would do something, I mean, are two very different things.
Her sense or your sense about what was driving the grandmother's interest in the custody?
Oh, well, I mean, I certainly had many conversations with Veronica, both in person and I corresponded with her almost every day, which is not, I wouldn't say that's per usual for all of my custody cases at all. But it was really keep me posted on every single thing, because it was an ongoing dilemma. Like I say, I mean, it was going on for years. There were issues. I know you guys have reported on the filing that I filed as recent as March 20th, which I think really encapsulated the snapshot of how the situation was going in the custody battle, as recent as March 20th, which was 10 days before the 30th when they were first declared missing. And so, it's uh, I I think I mean, I think I share the same sentiment that Veronica did with regards to the the controversy, the struggle that was going on in this case. And I was only retained in September of last year, so it's
Right.
not as if I was in the case from the very beginning. But from my review of the court file, I mean, this was a very contentious matter from the very get-go. I mean, there were numerous hearings. The filing takes quite a while to scroll through the bottom to the bottom,
Right.
and so it's. I mean, it was a very serious matter, um, very contentious matter from the very beginning.
Well, to believe the authorities' suspicions at this point, it was serious enough that the grandmother was willing to kill the mother of the kids that she supposedly loves so much. So we'll see what sense we can make of it. And counsel, anything we can do to help you along the way, or what you believe needs to be addressed, we're a call away. Thank you, sir.
I appreciate it, Chris. Thank you for having me.
Hey, thank you for watching. Please go to newsnationnow.com, newsnationnow.com, and you can find News Nation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button down below. Then you will get more of News Nation's fact-driven coverage.